Hey guys, it's Casey coming back to you with another video. I haven't posted in a while because I was busy with term one. It was a lot harder than I thought it would be. It's nothing like undergrad, and that's essentially why I'm making this video, to talk to you guys about how my term went and what I've done over the break and what's to come. Term 2 actually starts 2 weeks from now. So for those who don't know, I am a veterinary student at St. George's University, which is located in Grenada, West Indies. But due to the pandemic, the entire semester was all online, distance learning, and so I had to study from home. So the main classes you take during your term 1 at SGU would be Physiology 1, Anatomy 1 with the lab, Histology with the lab, and then halfway through the term, Histology becomes Embryology. We also took Radiology, Clinical Orientation, Professionalism, and then halfway through the term again, so after midterms, they added Small Animal Nutrition. So we did have 5 finals at the end of our term 1. To tell you guys a little bit about how my term 1 went, being completely honest with you guys, I had to completely change the way I was studying. I was taking too long watching video lectures, taking notes, and I was falling behind in other classes. I found myself over the weekend still trying to catch up on classes that I hadn't watched the video lectures for. And part of that has to do with the fact I don't have an iPad. So I'm gonna try using an iPad this term too. Hopefully it'll help me become more efficient in my note taking. Also, I was writing everything the professor would say, thinking that what the professors say are entirely important and would be on the exam. And me, this is my passion, animals. I want to soak in everything they're saying, learn everything the professor's saying. But honestly, you don't have the time to really write down everything they're saying, type your notes. So I'm still learning how to study. I haven't mastered it, and that's why they say term 1 and term 2 are the hardest your first year in vet school, because you're learning how to transition from undergrad to grad school and learn how to study and what works best for you and doing well in your classes. Fortunately, I did pass all my classes, thank God, and I'm ready for term 2 and to continue updating the way I study, considering term 2 will be a lot more classes. But before I talk about term 2, term 1, I would say that it's a lot of information, and that's what I feel like makes vet school hard. The fact that, or any graduate school, I think, the amount of information they give you to study and learn in a short amount of time, and then you have quizzes like this all in the same week, but within that same week you have video lectures of new material for the following weeks. So it's like a lot being thrown at you all at once, and it's up to your jurisdiction to how you study, how you manage to do everything and do well. There were some exams or quizzes where I wasn't entirely proud of my score, but at the end of the day, that's just a score. It's just a number. It's just a letter grade. Go back and revise what you could have missed. Try and remember the questions that you think that you did wrong on, because they don't tell you what you get wrong. Other than that, though, throughout my term 1, I made a lot of friendships where our class is very close, although we haven't met personally. We have a WhatsApp, we have a Snapchat group chat, we have a Facebook page, and we're all there to support each other. We also did study halls around finals time. Study hall, what it pretty much is we're all on Zoom call and we're all on mute. You could see each other studying, but you could take yourself off mute if you have a question. So it's nice having someone to study with, people to study, classmates to study with, so I thought that was pretty neat. We dressed up for Halloween one Zoom call. It was a Friday, and I believe Halloween was the next day. So it was nice that we had that Zoom call, like a mandatory Zoom call for a class, and we all dressed up. We also had Secret Santa. A couple of our classmates organized it. They emailed us a random classmate that signed up to be part of Secret Santa. So it was nice being able to do that, even though we haven't even met each other in person. Also, after my term 1, I was able to meet a couple of my classmates, 5 classmates actually, in Pompano, and that was nice. We spent the weekend there, got to know each other, and finally see each other in person and interact. So one of my favorite things we were able to do this term 1 was a physical exam on a patient. We had to submit a video, and we were all assigned a part of the body to do the physical exam on. So mine was the abdomen, and before that we had to do a checkup on the general appearance, if they're BAR, bright, alert, and responsive. Are they QAR, quiet, alert, and responsive? And their signalment, which is their breed, age, species, and sex, and a general history of the patient. Another one of my favorite things were a live video lecture from our clinical orientation class, where our professor went out into the large animal facility and did a physical exam on a cow, and if we had questions we were able to ask. and she also did it on a horse, so that was very interesting, seeing a live animal on your screen. Another thing I enjoyed is the fact that classes did overlap. So anatomy and physiology would be two main ones that would overlap, and you'd be able to put all the information together. So for example, in physiology, if we were learning about the physiology of the gastrointestinal tract, in anatomy, the information will overlap, but going more into detail. So specific parts of the GI tract, the blood supply, the venous drainage, the nerve supply, all the little parts, everything has a name. And so I did like that. Another thing that happened throughout term one is sporadically in the mail we received different things from SGU. So one of the first things we got was a little care package. So it was a hoodie that says SGU School of Veterinary Medicine, and a nice cap as well that says School of Veterinary Medicine as well, and the school logo. We also received our clicker, our thermometer. We received our stethoscope that has the school logo, the school color. We received 2 boxes of sterile scalpel blades, and we received this nice dissecting kit with all the different instruments, and it looked very nice. Later on, we received a little small pin that shows our house. So I'm House Clove, the pot hounds, and it was just a little gift for completing the pause workshop. The first week of school, we had 2 Zoom calls, which we did the professional attributes workshop seminar. They also included a small enamel paw print pin and a flag. I know people have been putting it up, pinning it to decorate their room, their desk. So yeah, it was very thoughtful and nice of them to have sent us that little gift for completing the workshop. Lastly, I want to talk to you guys about our white coat ceremony. Normally that's done in term 1, first month. At the end of the first month of school, you have your family fly into Grenada, and you're all in an auditorium. You're on stage, they call your name, they have a doctor put your white coat on, or someone from the staff, and it's just a nice feeling, because what the white coat symbolizes is a symbol of a rite of passage into beginning your journey in the medical profession. So because we weren't able to have the ceremony on the island, it's going to be a virtual white coat ceremony, and so we had to submit a picture. So I went with my friend to Matheson Hammocks Park, and we took a ton of pictures an hour after sunrise. It's pretty nice where the sun isn't too harsh, and so it was nice having our white coat, hair done, a little bit of makeup, a little bit of jewelry, our stethoscope, and then we just had a beach day. And then yeah, so that's what we did for our white coat ceremony, and it'll be virtual. It'll be online, and I guess it's gonna be our name and with the picture next to it, and I'm excited for that. I'm sure we also have to do like an oath, but I'm glad that they found a solution to it, even though it won't be in person. And now talk about term 2, what's to come. We did receive an email that will be online. There have been cases since they allowed tourists to go to Grenada, so clearly they closed the borders again, and we're not going. Luckily by August though, we will be able to go. So it'll be online again, and the classes we will be taking are Anatomy 2 with the lab, Veterinary Pharmacology, Physiology 2, Professional Development, Bacteriology, Mycology, Immunology, Radiology, and Veterinary Physical Diagnosis. So it's a lot compared to term 1, so wish me luck. I'm dreading it because it's a lot more classes, and if I already felt like in term 1 I was drowning, we'll see how term 2 goes, but I'm hoping the iPad's able to help me out, and my experience to help me out as well. I was naive back in August, starting as a new fresh term 1 student coming out of undergrad, so I know that hard work pays off. Where there's will, there's a way. I'll let my gratitude be my attitude, because I still am thankful that they're allowing us to continue learning and not putting our studies on pause, on hold due to the pandemic. And also let my joy be my strength, because at the end of the day, we're learning what we love, what we want to learn, our passion, what we want to do with the rest of our lives, help other animals and their owners. And yeah, also living by the 4 P's, which is prayer, patience, positivity, and peace. Well, I hope this was very informative and helpful for you guys, for any term 1 incoming student, a pre-vet student, whatever it is. I hope that I was able to share with you guys enough of how my term 1 went. Didn't go into all the details, but I hope it did help. And all the best this new year, whatever you're doing, keep working at it, don't give up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.